First of all, we meet Trinidad and Tobago, with the former world indoor champion Jerome Richards anchoring them home. USA, terrific quartet. No Noah Lyles in the 4x400 meters this time. He said not after how it went in the world indoors, he wasn't doing that again. As we see Zambia. Japan will go in lane 5. Lane 3, lane 4, Germany. Keep your eye out for a very interesting participant in the Canadian team. On the second leg, zipping up his top, Marco Arup, the world 800 meters champion, goes in this event for Canada. Poland complete the lineup in lane number 2. Just to update you, by the way, Brazil, who were one of our trailing finishes in the last race, they were actually officially disqualified just for completeness. Marco Arup, just before we get on to the USA, I was looking up his relay performances for Canada, and I think someone said it the last time he competed for Canada in a relay was at the World Junior Championships. He's hardly run a 400 meters, let alone taken part in a relay. 2017 Pan American Juniors was the last time that Marco Arup ran 4x4 for Canada.
But I think you need speed for the 800 meters as well. So if you can do a little bit more speed and no blocks, I think it's a little bit easier than with the blocks.
And how would this fit into an 800 meters runners training at this time of year? Bashing out a couple of 400s.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good for your speed, and if you can play around with your 800 meters with the speed, it's perfect for your 800 meters as well. But I think he will be running a good race as well.
USA have Ja'Cory Patterson, Christopher Bailey, Champion Allison and Bryce Deadman in their lineup. See Japan there. A couple of Satos, Nishi and Kawabata. Japan are the World Relay silver medalists from the last staging in Silesia in 2021. Champion Allison, who will run on the third leg for USA, was their anchor in Oregon in the World Championships. Bryce Deadman, part of their World Championship quartet as well, and their Olympic quartet. Beaten by Belgium, of course, the USA in the World Indoors. Alexander Doom bringing Belgium home. I'll tell you, by the way, in the next seat that Alexander Doom is on the anchor leg for Belgium in heat number 2 as well. Trinidad and Tobago. Well, they've got their, again, bookending their experience there. Asa Guevara on the first leg and Jerome Richards on the last. Two athletes who have been part of successful Trinidad and Tobago squads down the years as well. Mention for Zambia too, by the way. We just see their athletes in the background. Zambia, they have the African champion, Muzala Samukonga, on their final leg to Zambia in lane number 6. Of course, when we're talking about Canada, there's Marco Arup in the second leg position. The other athlete they've got lining up in their team, who he'll be handing on to, is Christopher Morales-Williams, who you might remember ran what would have been a world record indoors over 400 meters over the winter, but it was not legally ratified because of some issues with the starting blocks. So Christopher Morales-Williams is a name that propelled into people's consciousness. The teenager, when he ran 44.49, he'll get the battle from the world 800 meter champion Marco Arup. So lots of big names in this one. Trinidad and Tobago on the outside, Asa Guevara leading them out. Ja'Cory Patterson for the USA, a really useful squad they've got here. Zambia with the African champion Samukonga on the final leg. Japan, Kentaro Sato will lead them out, silver medalist in the last staging of this event. Germany have Manuel Sanders on the first leg. Jalen White for Canada, he'll be handing the baton to Marco Arup, and Igor Bogashinsky leads off the Polish team on the inside in lane 2. So on paper, the times posted so far since the qualification window opened, United States, Zambia are the leading 2. That's not factoring in having Marco Arup in the Canada team. Expect some big things from them with Christopher Morales-Williams in their lineup as well. The first heat of the men's 4x400 meters, with the first 2 automatically qualifying for the Olympic Games. So away we go. Asa Guevara right on the outside of Trinidad and Tobago will have experience of running in lane 8. To say a very seasoned relay runner. So not a problem for him to be out in lane 8. Canada have started strongly with Jalen White just at the bottom of your picture, trying to close on Manuel Sanders in the gold colours of Germany. Relatively even through the first 200 metres, save for Trinidad and Tobago, probably by a stride or two. Japan right in the middle are running strongly as well with Kentaro Sato. USA with Jacori Patterson also coming on strong down the home straight. A well-judged leg from Patterson of the USA as Trinidad and Tobago and Guevara start to tie up. USA and Japan. Canada also fading in towards the second half of the leg as Marco Arup gets the baton in his hand, the world 800 metres champion, and gets those arms pumping. But it's Japan, Germany and the USA.
I didn't expect Germany because they had a really good handover. That's why they are in the mix, so that's perfect.
So as they head down the back, it's Japan by a metre or so at the moment. Nishi just ahead of the second leg German runner, Jean-Paul Bredow. Now the USA with Christopher Bailey just easing through the gears, almost toying with the field, Chris Bailey. And coming around the outside, Marco Arup now is closing on Zambia. Takali Kakene is coming under pressure from the world 800 metre champion. He's using that 800 metre strength down the home straight, but Canada have got plenty to do. USA handing on onto the third leg. Champion Allison has the baton for them. Mark Koch takes the baton for Germany, and it's Fuga Sato for Japan. Can Canada get themselves back in it with Christopher Morales-Williams?
Japan is coming, but Canada there's a big gap between Germany and Canada.
Trinidad and Tobago are the ones at the back of the field who are going past a couple as well. They're just closing up towards the back of the field, but these three at the moment have got a 10-metre gap or so on Canada in 4th position. USA swing round into the home straight. Champion Allison will hand on to Bryce Deadman for the final leg. Japan have Kaito Kawabata on the final leg. Germany just tying up there. Mark Koch struggling as he hands on to Emil Adjicum. And Canada trying to get themselves back into the mix with Miles Meisner-Davy. But it's USA with a good advantage at the moment ahead of Japan. With Deadman down the back extending away. They're just closing up on Japan now all of a sudden. Germany and Canada have got that second Olympic ticket in their sights at the moment. USA are not completely home and away, but I'm sure Bryce Deadman has got something up his sleeve. Japan though rallying. Germany challenging as well. Canada starting to fade out of it. USA, Deadman on the accelerator. Japan are coming. Germany are charging with Adjicum. Time's going to run out for them. It doesn't for the USA. USA, Japan on their way to the Olympics. Germany so near but yet so far. A quartet of the experience that the USA had there. You would expect. I'm just hearing from our production team that the USA are under review for sending out the wrong runners in the wrong order. So we'll just double check that. We're going to have another look at that here. The order that we have on our paper here, that's the official start list, is Patterson, Bailey, Allison and Deadman. We'll double check that in a second, but they are officially under review in the United States here. So Germany, all of a sudden, thinking they've just been run out of it, might yet, Daphne, have an outside chance of something going their way here.
But why should you change it? Like there's no reason for it mostly in the 4x4. 4x1 I understand, but 4x4...
So this is Christopher Bailey, who was definitely on the right leg. He was listed on the second leg, and that is the one that he ran. So no problem there from that point of view. And he hands on to Champion Allison, who was due to be on the third leg. So quite sure at the moment. And that's Champion Allison handing on to Bryce Deadman, who's on the fourth leg. So what is under review at the moment isn't completely clear. But well, any further information that we will get on that, we will hand on to you as soon as we get it. Agony for Germany.
What a race. Jamaica men's 4x400m relay at the World Athletics Relay in Bahamas delivered everything you could ask for. Speed, precision and pure championship energy. From the moment the gun went off, you could feel the intensity. Team USA wasted no time, asserting control, attacking the race from the very first leg. The pace was aggressive, the transition were clean, and the confidence unmatched. By the second and third leg, the gap started to tell a story. This wasn't just about running fast, this was about execution at the highest level. Every baton exchange was smooth, every stride calculated, and every athlete delivered under pressure. But this race was from easy. Japan started right in the fight, pushing hard and refusing to let the American run away with it. The consistency and discipline paid off with an incredible 3 hours, 0 minutes and 98 seconds, a performance that could win many races on any other day. And right behind them, Germany showed incredible determination to secure third place in 3 hours, 1 minute and 25 seconds, proving just how deep the competition really was. Meanwhile, teams like Trinidad and Tobago, Zambia and Canada battled all the way to the line, showing heart, reliance and world-class effort. But in the end, this race belongs to Team USA. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content.